Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be doing yet another market prep for a market that I have Saturday. So if you've been following along, you will know that a couple videos back I was prepping for this very same market. Well, they had postponed it because of weather. Well, they had postponed it to the following week. And then that week, we got some bad weather too. So it's been postponed twice, and this is the third week. So this week, the weather is looking great. It is a beautiful sunny day. It is 29 degrees, which is cold. But it's not as cold as it has been, and the weather is looking great for the following days. So I'm really excited to finish up market prepping. I know that I've been market prepping for a while, and I know that I have a lot of things made already, but I have recently restocked my booth down at Art Crafters. If you don't know, I have a booth at a local store in my town where I sell my crochet stuff, so I did bring down quite a lot of stuff. So first let me show you what I've been working on. So the main thing I've been working on since the last market prepping video is making quite a lot of these single roses wrapped in brown paper. As you can see, they're really pretty. I will try to have the tutorials I used linked below. I used one tutorial for the rose. I used kind of one tutorial for the little green cap that goes underneath it, but I modified it. So I will either put it on the screen now or later when I'm working on more of these, because I made originally 20 of these roses. There are 10 different colors, so I made 2 of every color. Then I brought 10 of them down to sell at the local store. Then my mom bought one of them. I'm selling these for $10 each in case you're wondering. And then I have them up on my Etsy for $12 each. And one of those sold on Etsy as well, actually yesterday. And I know the person who bought it, so that's really special. And he bought, let me see, he bought this beautiful cranberry variegated one. This is one of my favorite ones. So now I have 8 roses left to bring to my market. I'm going to set this one aside so I don't accidentally bring it. So I at least want to prep back the 2 that I have sold, and I would really like to get, if not all of the remaining 10, to get back up to my 20, maybe 5 of them done as well. So I would like to get my stock back up pretty high to where I can have plenty of roses to bring. So that is one thing we will be working on, and that's one of the main things I've been working on. Also, if you watched my last video, I finished a lot of whips. So in that video, I finished this little Drift the Octopus. This pattern is by the Crochet Carpenter. Amazing pattern. Sells really well at my markets. I haven't had them at my markets in a while. I don't know why I haven't. So I have him finished. I have one blue speckled one. I'll put a picture up on the screen of what he looks like. Have one of those already made and prepped, so that's 2. I made this purple sparkly one this morning. I don't know if you can see, but this Bernat yarn has sparkles in it. And this is one of the skeins that I bought at Joann's when Joann's was closing, which is still really sad. It's been almost a year now. I did not realize it had sparkles in it until I got home. So that's slightly disappointing, and I hadn't used it. So this is the first thing I've fully made out of that skein. So I think it actually looks really cool, and if a little girl comes by, she'll actually really want that. And then I have in my whip bag, let me show you, I have one more drift that I am working on, and it's this dusty green color, my favorite color, and this is almost the same shade as the main color that my large Anchor the Octopus was made, and this was the secondary color that my big Anchor the Octopus was made in. So it's going to be really neat to have both of these at my booth along with my big Anchor. He's up on my shelf there, let me show you. I don't want to get him down yet, but he's up on my shelf staring down at me. Anyway, I'm going to be finishing that drift as well. I have the head done and the finger puppet portion of it done. And then let me show you a couple more things. I pattern tested this giant smisky for May Crochet on Instagram. I'll have her handle linked below. I love how he turned out. It was so much fun testing for her. I do have some smiskies. I have the whole Sunday collection, which is my favorite collection because one of them is playing ukulele, and that is really sweet. But I have him, and look, he has a little tush. so cute. Oh my goodness. So I pattern tested this for her. It wasn't due until this Saturday, and then she postponed the deadline till next Saturday. But I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get it done. So I finished this one, I think it was Tuesday morning I finished this one. I'm really glad I had it done though, and he's going to be so cute at my booth. He is going to cost a little bit though, because I used a thinner yarn than I usually use for something of this size. So he's going to be honestly like $60 or $70, mainly because I don't want to let him go. He's so perfect. And then last but not least, I do not think I showed these cows in the market prepping video that I did before, but I've been obsessed with this free pattern on Instagram. I will have it linked in the Google Doc below. It is the perfect mini cow pattern. Let me show you. So here he is. Now in this pattern there are a few things that I have modified. So if you go to the comment section of the pattern, I have commented what I do for the muzzle. I chain 5 and do 4 single crochets along the chain for the nose. And then for the horns, I don't have this in the comment section, but I did a magic ring of 4, and then I single crocheted 6 around and slip stitched. The horn that she had in the pattern does not look right, so I really like that. But I have a brown one. Oh, I have a black and white one. Here's his little tail, and for the tail I chained 6, slip stitched into the 4th chain, chained 3, and slip stitched back into the same stitch, and then woven my ends. And then I have a brown and beige cow. Now I had a brown and white cow, but I had to remake all of these cows because I brought them down to my booth to sell. So I have a beige, tan, and brown one this time because I am running low. Not very low. I have a full skein and a half of white left, but I am currently unable to buy more of that yarn. Not only because I don't have enough money, but I checked the other day and almost all the colors that I buy in bulk on Walmart are out of stock. So I'm really hoping that they get them back in stock or I won't be able to continue my low pricing. Then I have this pink and white one, and it's holding a little heart. This heart pattern is by me. I'm hoping that by the time I get this video up, I will have this heart pattern as a free pattern on my Instagram. Maybe a YouTube tutorial as well. I do not know quite for sure. I will try to have it up on the screen if I know by this time. If not, I'll have it in the comments. And then last but not least, I made a Highland cow. So I have been watching a lot of market vlogs, and I have seen that Highland cows sell really good for people. So I originally made 2 of these Highland cows, brought one of them down to my booth, so I made one back, just to where I could have $100 worth of inventory of these mini cows, because I will be selling these for $20 each. If they sell well, I may up the price a little bit to like $22, but for right now, I feel like $20 is fine. So all the modifications I did for this one was I just made it all in brown except for the color changes. I did that in light brown. And then for the hair, I slip stitched into the top of the head, chained 8, and then for the middle ones I chained 7 and kept slip stitching, and then the last one I chained 8 again. So that is what I did for the Highland cow, and now I have all of my little baby cows all finished. I love this pattern so much. They work up in about an hour. I can get it down to 45 minutes, but with these I wasn't focusing on speed as much, so I got them in like an hour. Alright, so the big things we need to get done are the roses, and then I want to get the last drift done. Also, I need to be prepping some signage. I'll talk about that later in the video, but I want to make sure that all the signs are done. Today is Thursday, so I have all of tomorrow, and then we will be leaving Saturday morning. But right now, what I'm going to work on is the drift, the octopus, and then, first, we need to pack our order. Completely forgot. I'm going to pack the order first, and then we're going to finish drift, and then we're going to work on roses. Just try and get out as many as I can. Probably by the end of the day will be my cutoff, just because I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. So, I'm going to pack this order, make drift, and then I'll meet you back after I make some roses. We'll see. This is also a really special order because it is the first order, physical order of the year. which is really exciting. So I am going to go ahead and package this up. My thoughts on this is if the paper does get a little bit crumpled, which it shouldn't because I'm going to be folding it carefully down like this, it won't be a big deal because the brown paper is meant to look a little bit crumpled. So I'm just going to fold it down just slightly, and this is how I will ship it. I'm going to, of course, wrap it in some tissue paper first, though. Still have some of this tree wrapping paper. I'm not going to use the tree one. I'm going to use the green, and then I'll probably stick the rest back after I finish all of the green for Christmas again, because it was really fun to have Christmas-themed wrapping paper. Cute little sticker. As for freebies for this one, I am going to give them one cow sticker, and I'm going to switch up the freebie just a little bit, and I'm going to give them a little heart that I crocheted. So this is the same heart pattern that I was talking about that I came up with earlier. So this is just going to go in as a freebie, probably for all of my February orders, just as a cute little thing, also because I am running low-ish on stickers, so great thing to have. Alright, so I just wrote a note, and now I'm going to package up all of the little freebies. So the note, a sticker, and the heart. And I almost forgot, I need to go grab a business card. I honestly don't know why it's so hard for me to remember to include a business card, but there it is. And because I've already used a thank you for supporting my small business sticker on that part of the packaging, I can't use it to seal this package up, so I'm going to be using a cupcake sticker just for fun. Has to be a green one, obviously. Probably peel it off after I close it. So, let me see if I can actually get it off or not. There we go. And there is the finished freebie package with everything in it. Alright, so now I'm just going to double check the order, make sure I have the right rows, because that is something that I'm always really scared of, is putting the wrong thing in a package. Okay, I'm going to get the shipping labels and put it all in. Hello everybody, it is officially Friday, the day before my market, and I have some updates to show you. So I'm about to work on roses. I just need to glue them all together. So I've got my hot glue gun, and I want to show you I was able to get all of the roses prepped back. So I have 12 roses to do. So first I have all of the little caps, and then I have all of the rose pieces themselves. So let me go over what I made. Made one red, one cranberry, 2 of these dusty rose, 1 hot pink, 1 white, 1 lavender, 1 light pink, 1 yellow, and then 2 cranberry speckled, and 1 wine red. So have all 12 of them done. Pretty sure that's 12. And now I'm just going to get them all glued together. I am currently heating up my hot glue gun, and then I will show y'all the process of how I do it and how I wrap them as well. So lots to do. Very excited. So on the plan for today is I'm going to finish the roses. I'm going to then do an inventory of everything that I have. Write all that down, make sure I have it logged in correctly, hopefully film it for y'all too, and then I will focus on making a few signs. I bought some clear plastic signs from Dollar Tree the other day that I will try to show y'all what I do with them. I'm going to be making some signs for the table, and then after that, just make sure I have all of my supplies ready, and then if I have time after that, I'll just work on something else. I may make a fox, Shrew the Fox by Hook and Crook. Pattern tested it for her a while back. I'll have it linked in the Google Doc below. It's a really fun pattern, and I think it'd be really good to have one on the table. Anyway, one more thing I want to show you. Last night I decided that I wanted to go ahead and pattern design something, so I made this adorable little envelope, and you can actually put stuff inside. So it's a little Jellycat inspired love note, and I have the little feet and everything. I do want to put some Velcro right here and right here to where it can stay closed. I originally tried a button, but it didn't work very well. So I'm going to get the Velcro put up on it, and I think if I don't make another one of these, it's fine because it's a pretty foolproof pattern. I'm going to put out a tester call today if I possibly can, and then get that in testing and see. A lot of my followers have tested for me before, so I'm going to see if they will be able to do it within a couple days, because this works up in 30 minutes. So it's a really sweet pattern. I don't know if this pattern will be out by the time I release this video. I'm going to be releasing this video on the 12th, so 2 days before Valentine's Day. I would love to have it released on the 12th, maybe even sooner than that, just so people have a little bit of time to make them before their event. But anyway, I am going to go grab the wooden skewers that I will use for the roses, and I will meet y'all back when I've done a few, and then I can show you how I do it. Alright everybody, coming on for an update. I decided not to do the tutorial of how I do the roses in this video. I actually filmed a separate video for that, so it should be out before this video comes out. If not, it will be coming very soon. But I just finished all of the roses, and it turned out to be 13 roses because I wanted to do a different color, so I'm very excited to show you that. I did do a stopwatch to see how long it would take me to assemble all the roses and then wrap them, so let me show you how long it took. 1 hour, 16 minutes, 49 seconds. And here are all of the roses on the ground. Actually insane how many there are. And then I made 2 green roses. So my mom actually gave me this idea. She wants one for her friend, and so I made 2 of them. We had a lot of errands to run today, so I made these in the car. So those are the green roses. So now that all of the roses are done, I can finally put them aside and work on my next thing. It's currently 6:08. I'm tired, but I need to get all the inventory inventoried. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that. We'll see if I can do an inventory portion to this video. I may just have to do it on my own. I'm not sure though, so I'm just going to work on that, try to get all that done. I have a lot of plushies to tag. That may be what I work on first, so I'm just going to work on that, see how long that takes, and hopefully get it all done before tomorrow. In case you're wondering what it looks like to have all of the plushies I've crocheted so far this year, mainly in one pile, this is it. Quite a lot. I did bring a lot down to my booth downtown though, so not as many. I need to get some pictures of these. Why I poured everything out was pretty much all the stuff needs tagged. And then I got my record sheet made in my crochet journal. And then all of my roses, I don't need to tag those. I'm going to be making a sign for those. And then I have a bag over here with roses in them. But I don't want to have the roses in a bag because I feel like they get crushed. I'm going to try to put them in this tote here. So that tote, we'll see if that works. Fingers crossed. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. Let's start with the roses, make sure I have all of them in my inventory sheet, and then I'm going to start tagging plushies. There are a lot of plushies to tag. It's currently 6:39, so a little bit later than when I last checked in. I do not think I will be able to do a full inventory portion of this video. I am going to start working on this, and I will meet y'all back later. Okay, so I just did a mock-up of my shelf here, and this is different than what it's looked like ever before. So I have the kittens on the top. I would like to bring yarn to make one more kitten. I was originally going to do a pyramid with 3, then 2, then 1, but I like that better. It fills up the shelf better. And those are going to be $15 each. And then this shelf are my mini octos, and these are going to be $5 each. So I don't really know if I want to have everything displayed like this. We'll have to figure that out. And then the bottom shelf we have all of my dinos. These are going to be $15 each as well. So maybe I should have like 15, 15, and then 5. Not quite sure. But I will be using this shelf for these 3. So I hope that will work. And then I have my extra mini octos in here as well. I was going to try to put these on the shelf, but then I remembered these are going to be going in my $12 bin thing. I'm going to be having a container with $12 items in it, so possums, some chick hat ducks, some larger leggy frogs, other things like that are going to go in that bin. So this whole shelf, I will not have to tag anything. What I'm thinking is I'm going to make little signs to go with them. Let me see if I can find the signs actually. So at Dollar Tree the other day, I got, I think, 6 of these little photo frame signs. What I'm thinking is either doing a sign for each level or writing the different levels. So octos are 5, dinos are 15, and kittens are 15. I think that will work a lot better. And I'll just have it sitting like in front right here. And then I'll put the cats on the bottom so it doesn't cover up anything. Cats, dinos, and octos. That'll be the setup for right now at least. And that is what I need to do for the sign. So that should work pretty good. And then I won't have to tag any of these plushies, which will be so nice. So I have a bag right here that I'm going to try to fit all of these shelf items in just to keep it all separated. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to do a full inventory, which I really wanted to do in this video. I'm so sorry. You will basically see everything though, and then at the end of the video when I do the market recap, I will be doing basically the whole inventory. I'll tell you how many I had of each and then how many sold. So that's what I'm going to work on for right now, is bagging all of these up, and then I'm going to go through all of my minis and try to take pictures of them so I can do a fun Instagram post about that. Popping on, I have everything tagged and recorded in my book, and I just made my first sign. I think I really like it. This is for the $12 bin, and everything fits a lot better this time because I do not have more than one of the big Leggy froggies, which is surprising, but that's fine. I'm gonna make the other signs. I need to make the one for the shelves, I need to make one for ducks, I need to make one for the minis bin, and I think that's it. Not quite sure, but I think that's it. So I'm gonna do that, and I don't know what else. I just finished my signs and I really like how they turned out, so let me show you. So I have a hat duck sign, minis bin sign. This sign right here, I really like how it turned out, but the dino, it looks questionable. But honestly, it looks good enough to keep. So that is for the tiered shelves. I have my $12 each bin, and then I have this one that I just made. I thought it'd be nice to have up just in case people don't think to ask. And then I sacrificed a business card and cut the QR code out of it and posted it on here just in case they don't want to ask. They can just scan this and it'll take them to my link tree, which can take them to my Etsy. So there's all of that. I'm going to finish packing everything up, and we're going to load the car tonight and then be out of here by tomorrow. Yay! Alright everyone, it is after the market. It is currently Wednesday, so several days after the market. I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk numbers with y'all yet. It was a pretty good day. We did have to go 2 hours to the event, so it was quite a bit to drive over there. But as I said, it was worth it because we met a lot of old friends and had fun. So here is my page of transactions that happened. I'm just going to go down the list in no particular order, and y'all should remember what I had because I have shown these things off in previous videos. So first off, I sold a mini possum and a mini octo for $17, and this was right as the event was opening, so that was really nice. Then I sold a calico kitten for $15, a mini bee, and a black speckled chicken for $12. That's from the minis bin. Snoopy with a Woodstock hat for $25. It was so sweet. Little girl got it and she was carrying it around everywhere. Then I sold the gray Pusheen kitten for $15. Then the pink axolotl, so the last big pink axolotl's gone, for $30. And then Star Keychain, the yellow one, for $10. The blue drift octopus for $20. The gray bunny, the big gray bunny, for $40. Kitten in a gift box for $30, which I was very glad to sell. I made that one in my finishing all of my pattern tests before the beginning of the year video, so go check that out if you want to see that. I sold the duck in the blueberry hat for $20. I sold a rose for $10. I sold a duck and a frog hat keychain for $14. a purple and yellow dough, so I used a scrap of purple and then yellow to finish it up, and an orange mini octa for $10, the mini tuxedo kitten for $15, a brown speckled with brown cat for $25, a pink cow with a heart for $25, tan puppy and a brown puppy for the mini spin for $12, and a purple rose for $10. So that was actually pretty good, I feel like. It was very fast at the beginning and then it slowed down towards the end, but for it being from 9 to 12, which was a 3-hour event, I feel like that's pretty good. So I averaged about $100 an hour, and my end total is, drumroll please, $355. So I feel like that's actually a pretty good amount for the time, like I was saying. The booth fee was about $32, so I came out very much ahead on this event, and I had a lot of fun doing it, so that's all that matters, really, in the end. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I forgot to take pictures of my booth. I am beating myself up about that pretty bad. I am going to message the event coordinator and see if she got any pictures, because I know that she had some photographers walking around taking pictures. So I really, really hope that she got some, because I wanted to have pictures of my booth for every single market that I did this year. And I brought my camera. And then I forgot, because we got there right as the setup time was ending, so we got there a little bit late, and then we were setting up as the morning rush was coming in. So if we got there earlier, I'm confident we would have got more sales, but it's okay. I learned that we need to get there a little bit earlier than that. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I will see y'all in the next video, which I have no idea what it's going to be, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!